The content on this channel has been created for adults. If you're not at least 13 years of age or older, then please do not watch this content. Sorry, dude. Come back when you're 13. What's up? Welcome to Wrestle Furry. Guys, it's always a pleasure to be rocking and rolling on the tube with all you beautiful people out there. I've been waiting for something special, something momentous, something awesome to launch the official first episode of Wrestle Furry. And you know, it's been like, I don't know what is going to be that thing until Summerslam came on. Guys, Summerslam was absolutely freaking awesome. And what made it really just like the icing on the cake was Roman Reigns coming in and absolutely stealing the show. The big dog came back, guys. I freaking was like out of my seat, dude, when that happened, because it was just so random, out of the blue. And a lot of things that I thought was going to happen during the show didn't happen, which, you know, like for example, Retribution coming and trying to make a huge statement somehow. You know, I thought maybe the leader of Retribution, or the people, at least like some of the main people who are actually part of Retribution, would be revealed or something like that. I thought that was going to be the thing. You know, I was like, what could possibly be the thing? I did not think Roman was going to come back. I thought he would still be like, nah, it's not, you know, safe enough for me to come back right now still and all that. So I wasn't expecting him. If anything, I thought maybe Brock, you know, maybe, you know, Drew wins, which he did win, and then suddenly Brock comes and takes him out. I thought that might be, if anything, I thought that. But, you know, SummerSlam is like, you know, WrestleMania in terms of, you know, you're always expecting that thing, that big surprise, that unexpected thing that's just gonna happen. And, you know, I was like, the show is almost over, and I was like, oh, you kidding me? Like, what, is there nothing? You know, the only big thing to that point, which is a pretty big thing, was them making this announcement that Keith Lee is going to be on Raw tomorrow. So I was like, okay, that's huge. And of course, we all would have loved them to not tell us and just be surprised tomorrow when it happened. But as you guys know, these days, the ratings thing, it's you got to do what you got to do to try to get people to tune in advance. Because if they don't think anything is going to happen, then, you know, and Raw and SmackDown has been kind of struggling with the ratings ever since this whole freaking pandemic has happened. Has made things a bit difficult for everyone. You know, no live audience changes the atmosphere just a little bit. But now that they got the freaking Thunderdome, which I gotta say, guys, the Thunderdome is dope, man. Like, it feels so freaking futuristic. I freaking was watching the Thunderdome and thinking, dude, that's actually pretty dope. Like, that is actually like year 3000 stuff, you know what I'm saying? The amount of freaking bandwidth and things in particular that it takes to freaking pull that off, you know, having that whole freaking live stream setup happening and everything, like, it's phenomenal, the technology behind having all those monitors and everything. Just wow, like it's a huge effort by WWE to create a vibe, an atmosphere for all of us fans, and they pulled it off, man. The Thunderdome At first I was like, how's this going to work? Is it going to work? And when you actually see it in practice, you're like, dude, that is so cool. And it's good to see his WWE back where they belong. You know, WWE doesn't look right unless it's on those big, grand, huge arena, you know, setups with all their lights and pyro and everything that they normally have. And so SummerSlam felt pretty cool, man. It felt like SummerSlam should feel, you know, almost. You know, it's still a little bit different not having a live audience, but the Thunderdome works, dude. It pulled it off. It was super cool. It felt fun. It felt futuristic. It felt like an atmosphere was there. And I think they did I think they're getting all the kinks pulled out because the audience looked better and more responsive. And I think there was more actual, I don't know if maybe they had the audio actually happening a bit better with it today than they did on SmackDown. It just felt really good. I enjoyed it. So with that being said, let's kind of go through SummerSlam a little bit because I want, those are the big things right there. I had to already talk about them because I was just super excited about those things right there. Roman Reigns and all that was just huge. And the Keith Lee match. I got excited about those, you know, things there. But let's start off the show was kind of like, you know, with a bang by itself because, you know, the Women's Championship, you know, the SmackDown Women's Championship was on the line. And, you know, Bayley and Asuka, dude. Bayley and Asuka started out the show. And I thought they were going to actually let Asuka go ahead and get that 2-belt action happening. I thought they were going to let her pull it off. I just had this feeling that they were going to somehow have that happen. And then Bayley and Sasha was going to blame each other for not helping each other or something. But that's not what happened. Actually, Sasha took a hit for Bayley, and it helped Asuka lose that particular match, which I was like, she lost? Really? I really thought Asuka, if anything, was going to beat Bayley. I thought, for some reason, I just thought it was going to be the thing that Bayley was going to get super mad at Sasha for losing her belt or something. But now it might be the other way around now. It might be Sasha who gets a little bit funny about the whole sitch, you know, because in the Sasha and Asuka match, which came out a bit later for the Raw Women's Championship, it was a situation kind of similar where Bayley decided not to take the hit for Bayley, and Sasha. Bayley decided not to take the hit for Sasha, and so long story short, Sasha ended up losing. I was like, Sasha lost. I had mixed feelings. I was kind of like, I enjoyed them having all the gold. It was kind of fun for a minute, but yeah, I wanted Asuka to win ultimately. She had to win one of the belts, so it was cool that Asuka won that one. But I think this might be the start. This might be the thing where finally Bayley and Sasha, we all want to see it. We all want to see them just unravel and start going head to head at each other. And I think this might be the thing that sets it all off. So we'll see what happens on WWE Raw tomorrow. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what goes down. I think we might see a little bit of freaking action between those two, and a little bit of the blame game, and you didn't do this for me, I did this for you. So stay tuned. I think tomorrow's going to be a big Raw. You guys know how it is. Usually the Raw after the big pay-per-views in particular, you know, there's something that's going to go on. We already know Keith Lee's happening, but I think there'll be a bit of madness tomorrow. So can't wait for that. And then there's a pay-per-view, you know, coming up. Payback is going to be the following weekend, dude. So, you know, they got to set up some stuff quick. They got to set up some stuff quick and some matches and things for Payback. It's called Payback. Someone's going to be wanting some payback. So it should be interesting. I think we might see Sasha and Bayley already getting some payback. You know, I think something going on. So that, but anyways, yeah. Then, you know, you had Drew and Randy, you know, for the WWE Championship. I was really surprised with that match. Another surprise for me is just because I was expecting like Triple H, like someone like Triple H to come and freaking, you know, like get a little bit of revenge for what happened to Sean, his buddy, you know, something like that. I was expecting that to happen. That didn't happen. What happened instead was surprising. Drew and Randy throughout the match didn't get to hit their main signature move. You know, there was not a Claymore to finish off Randy, and there wasn't, you know, Randy's freaking huge freaking move to finish off Drew. You know, like their main signature moves just didn't happen. You know, no RKO action, none of that. It was quite interesting, dude. I was like, okay, that was interesting. And I guess when they said you didn't see it coming, it was an interesting way how Drew got you know, Orton kind of caught up like that and had him like flipped over his head on his shoulders like that, and he couldn't get free in time, and that's how he won. I didn't see that coming. I didn't think anyone saw that finish like that. That was an unexpected way. You know, you always think it's going to be a Claymore or something like that for Drew, and an RKO for Randy, and yeah, it was very interesting. I think Drew had to win. I think it was a given, you know. I think the right person won for that match because, you know, we're still needing to be convinced with Drew, like in terms of, you know, longevity. You know, the longer he can hold on to the title, the more credible all of us are going to take him, you know what I mean, as being a champion, you know, because if he loses it already, you know, he might end up getting kind of lost in the sauce again, you know. And I think it was good. I think he had to win. You know, I don't know if I'm still like, you know, I would have been happy if Orton won too, to be honest. You know, he's a legend. He's huge. He's kind of one of the last of the you know, old school kind of, not saying Randy's necessarily old school, but you know what I mean, like the previous kind of big names of WWE who are still full-time out there, you know what I mean? Like there's not a lot of the old guard kind of there now. So Randy is kind of one of those people now who have become like, you know, the I don't want to say legend. I don't want to say legend. He's a legend killer. So, but you know what I mean. He's one of those big faces, the big names that, you know, have been longevity. You know, one of the longest people who are left in the company now, fully active out there. You know, he's one of the big names still. So, if he would have won, that would have been 14. He would have tied Triple H with 14 championships, like title, you know, the big title championships. So I think that could have been cool to see. It's, you know, it could still happen, but yeah, I was surprised though. No big Claymore finish for Drew, but he still won. So, but that's so cool. You know, Drew had to win. So we move on, and you know, we already talked about Sasha and Bailey and stuff. You know, the Street Profits also won. One of the things, man, dude, Montel did this freaking like frog splash where he changed direction in the air, dude. Like he was up super high as he does. You guys know how he gets, and instead of just doing a regular frog splash out that way, he freaking turned direction in the air, dude. Like 180 back this way and landed. It was like dope. It was pretty cool because I'd never seen anyone do a frog splash like that. He made it look really cool. So they won. They retained. You kind of expected they were going to, but then that being said, at some stage you do kind of think that Andretti, you know, they're going to get the gold at some stage. I think it's going to happen. But yeah, you know, that was it was okay. You know, it was kind of just it was kind of just an okay match. You know, it wasn't nothing really that particular about it that made me go, yeah, cool, this is a, you know, it was just kind of it is what it is kind of match. You know, you expected it to kind of just end up the way it did, you know, so to speak. Mandy Rose and Sonya, they did their thing. You know, the loser had to quit the WWE, And surprisingly, Sonya was the one who lost. I actually thought there was a big chance that it was going to be Mandy that lost, but Mandy was freaking just aggressive and freaking had like this darkness to her, kind of, you know, she was just like vicious, and she pulled the win off. So Sonya is out. I don't know what that means exactly. Maybe she just wanted a break for a bit off of TV or something. I don't know. You know, maybe she's getting married. Maybe, I don't know what's happening. Maybe she had some other reason why she just wanted to be off. But it'll be interesting to see how long she's out for, because I'm sure at some stage she's going to come back, right? Like, you know, it's part of her storyline, I'm sure. Dominique and the freaking Messiah. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought that Seth, you know, was somehow going to lose this one, especially having Ray's wife out there. I thought that was crazy. I didn't even, you know, I thought somehow she was going to help Dominique win. Like, it was kind of like, what was the point of her being there if she wasn't somehow going to, you know, affect the outcome a bit? You know what I mean? Like, I thought for sure there was going to be a purpose, but she kind of just stood there. So I was really surprised about that. You know, like, I thought, okay. And it was interesting to see her there, but I thought somehow she was going to be a distraction or do something to help Dominique get the win. I don't know. But Dominique, he looked good. To be his first really huge freaking official, you know, kind of match, you know, against Seth, you know, like a real official, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is legit. Like, he's got his outfit and everything. It looked pretty cool. You know, he had a cool setup happening. I thought he was going to put a mask on. I thought that they would, you know, make it a moment. But now I think what they're going to do is they're going to wait until Ray, like, decides he's going to retire or something like that. He'll retire his mask, or he'll do something like that, and then Dominique will probably then start wearing a mask in honor of his father or something like that. Like, I know it's going to happen though at some stage. I feel they're going to put a mask on him. I think it's going to happen. Which would be, I don't know what I think about that. I think it'd be kind of weird because we already, you know, we seen him a million times without the mask, so suddenly wearing a mask, I don't know. I don't know. It'd be kind of like, you know, but it's lucha, you know, the lucha tradition. So I don't know. Maybe they might do it. Who knows? What else was there? So yeah, then there was, of course, you know, the Braun Fiend match. And you guys already know that was huge, which, you know, that kind of happened the way that I thought it would happen as well. I think the Fiend had to win. There was no chance he wasn't going to win. Like, the Fiend had to win. It was a given. He had to win. There was no way that no one was going to accept the Fiend losing. First of all, it would have been a riot, because the Fiend, when he lost, you know, the last time around as it is, it was already like, dude, the Fiend, like, you made him look weak. Why'd you let him lose? You know what I mean? Everyone was like already really pissed off about him losing at that time. So if he would have lost again now, people would have been like, nah, no way, dude. So, I mean, look, he had to win. I think it was a good move because, you know, even though I like Braun, I think Braun's awesome and everything, you know, I just am not convinced. You know, Braun, to me, he's I don't know, man. He's missing something. To me, he's missing something, some key component. I don't know what it is. I like Braun. I think lately, even like in particular, the past couple outings, he's been better because he's really taken on that monster identity. You know, really embraced the monster beast, like scary dude thing. And I think that's the only way you can kind of get him to really work. Like, if you really have him push that kind of narrative and that kind of image, you know, like the Kane kind of image, you know, you know, the big scary monster dude. I think that's the way Braun can kind of work, you know. I think they got a little ways more they can go to further push that narrative, and maybe him losing to the Fiend will change him, because, you know, every time people encounter the Fiend, they keep changing. So maybe we're gonna see a different, meaner, like really nasty, scarier, like fully embraced, just monster, you know, from him after taking this loss. You know, we'll have to see what happens, but something's gonna happen. But yeah, I think the right person won there. The Fiend had to win. I'm glad the Fiend won. That really freaking worked for me, man. I was like, give the Fiend the belt back, you know, and I think it just makes sense. Everyone loves the Fiend. The Fiend is major over with every single person on the planet loves the Fiend, and it, you know, plus, yeah, you know, after him, you know, Bray, in his Bray Wyatt, you know, not in his Fiend image, but, you know, as we know, he lost last time around against Bray. He had to win. There was no chance that the Fiend was going to lose. They was going to do that double hit loss kind of action with Bray. So yeah, that was cool to see the Fiend win. But then, like I said, just when you thought the party was freaking over and the Fiend was gonna. So also, I was surprised that you know, we didn't actually see. Jeez, I've gone blank. Freaking, what's her name? Freaking, oh my gosh, how did I gone blank? Help me. Freaking, y'all know who I'm talking about. Freaking, how have I gone blank? Oh my gosh, I've totally gone blank, dude, on, you know, blonde, freaking, what's her name? Alexa Bliss. Dude, jeez, I went blank. I was surprised we didn't see an appearance from her whatsoever. I thought that was going to be how, you know, like Braun or someone lost based on like a distraction with Alexa, something like this happening, you know, Alexa coming out and saying, this ain't you, Braun, this ain't you, and Braun getting distracted, and then the Fiend win or something. But, you know, I'm glad that that wasn't the case and the Fiend won clean. That's good. Because the Fiend doesn't need that distraction win type of situation. You know, the Fiend's the Fiend. You know, he's supposed to be like just unstoppable, this unstoppable force. So that was really cool. But just when you think, like I said earlier on, man, just when you think it was all said and done, freaking Roman just came out of nowhere. Roman coming out of nowhere was freaking just so needed, dude. Like, I feel it was, he stole the show. I feel like he stole the show. It had to happen. WWE needed Roman to come back. I mean, he couldn't have come back at a better time. This is a time when WWE needs their biggest guns right now because the ratings are just suffering. And yeah, dude, you need to have your big guns. And Roman, now that he's been gone for this long, I think you really appreciate Roman, you know, a bit more. You really now realize that, you know, Roman actually, if you look at the WWE roster, he is one of the biggest people they have left right now. You know what I mean? Like, if you really think like the over people, he's kind of one of the few that are kind of a bit more over than everyone else kind of situation. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's not a lot of people who are over. You know, for better or for worse, whether you love Roman or hate Roman, he's still over. You know what I mean? It's like Cena. You know, you get the boos and the yays, but he's over. You know what I mean? Like, he's a draw card. So Roman being back is huge. And man, that was just awesome, dude. Just see him. He looked good, dude. He looked well rested. He looked like he was in shape and just fit and super healthy. And he looked freaking like the big dog that we all know and love, you know what I mean? And I like that he didn't just mess with the Fiend. I like that he went after both of them. Man, hit him with those big spears, dude. He hit Braun with the big spear, hit him with chairs, came back in the ring, then finished the Fiend off with another big spear. I mean, it was just cool, dude. It was so cool. And that's how you end a pay-per-view, you know what I mean? That's how you end it, man. You get your big one of your biggest stars to freaking just who hasn't been seen on TV for a freaking super long time to just come in and freaking boom, just do their thing. And I'm so happy because I didn't see that coming. WWE named it right. It was like, you won't see it coming, dude. I did not see that coming, especially during that match. You know, I just did not see it coming, dude. I did not see. I had given up on there being anything cool happening, you know, like an unexpected appearance. By the end, I was like, oh, I guess the Keith Lee announcement's all they got, you know? It was just so like, okay. I thought Triple H was probably, if anyone was going to make a surprise appearance, I thought that could be likely. And maybe Brock, because, you know, Brock doesn't have, you know, Roman still has his little, you know, his new little kids and his health issues that he worries about and stuff, as you guys know. So I just didn't see that one. But wow, okay. This has made me excited, and now I'm really looking forward to Payback and looking forward to Raw tomorrow to see what happens there. And now that Keith Lee's left, and also, you know, freaking NXT is going to be interesting now too, because Cross apparently is injured. So what's going to happen there on NXT? That'll be interesting. But that's a story for another day. We'll save that. But guys, I wanted to just kind of, I thought this is the moment. Let's go ahead, get a first episode out of our, you know, under our belts right now. I thought this could be the one because I got really excited when I wasn't sure at first if I was going to. I don't know. I'm waiting for, obviously, maybe waiting. I mean, I made this channel like it's around WrestleMania time, and I actually was going to, you know, launch it kind of like the first episode on kind of WrestleMania, but without the audience and everything, it didn't really. I don't know. I was living like, I don't know. You know what I mean? It just felt a bit. But now, man, the Thunderdome it's brought back some excitement, you know. It's brought back some atmosphere, much needed atmosphere. And yeah, now you've got Roman Reigns back. I mean, come on, dude. That's dope. That's dope. And I miss people like Roman Reigns and Brock, and, you know, like, these are, to me, WWE needs these people right now in particular. They just help. Also, it was surprising, some of the people that I thought also I would have seen on the show, I didn't see whatsoever, which I thought was interesting. But I guess one of the things was, I guess they had to kind of, I think that's why they're having Payback, you know, because I think they wanted to keep it from being super long like usual and have, you know, this super huge show that, you know, is over 4 or 5 hours long or something, without an audience. It's just, and without having that atmosphere and stuff, it's just really hard to do, I think, to have those super long shows. If you notice, you know, everything has been kind of, all the pay-per-views have been, you know, broken to shorter time periods, it feels like. So I think that's why they did Payback, so that they can have some of the matches that they would have normally have had on SummerSlam that would have been more like filler matches anyways, probably. They're going to have on Payback. Like, they're going to have the title championship, the women's tag team championship, you know, on Payback. So that'll be interesting, you know. That's something we can look forward to already. I think they're going to lose the belts. I think that's what's going to happen, because there's storyline, you know, happening now. I think it's going to be Sasha and Bayley just ain't going to be in sync. They're not going to be trusting, well, Sasha in particular ain't going to be trusting Bayley. And I think they're going to drop their titles there. It's going to be the downfall of them. I think that's what's going to happen, but we'll have to see. But guys, anyways, I'm going to end this video here. I just wanted to kind of give a little bit of my take on the whole SummerSlam thing, and yeah, Roman Reigns appeared, and that just made me excited. Now, you know, let me know what was your favorite part of SummerSlam if you saw it. Let me know if you're excited that Roman Reigns is back. Let me know. Let me know if you're excited about Keith Lee being on freaking Raw now. Freaking, that's huge. Okay, guys, and yeah, I'm gonna go. So thank you for watching Wrestle Fury, and I'll catch you on the next one. In case I don't want to freaking fall and drop everything on film, that just sucks. Alright guys, we're gonna do a little mission right now. Alright, this is just for